Rock here for the Rick Rock Show. Welcome to the show this week. We have the band ZOETROPE, a heavy metal band from Chicago. Our co-host is their drummer, Drew Christoph. And thank God we've got through this one pretty good so far, too many screw-ups. Anyway, here we are straight away, Album of the Week. Album of the Week this week, we've got Armageddon, their debut album. Well, they only made one album. It's on A&M, 1975. Famous people in the band were Martin Pugh and Louis Senemo from the Renaissance and Steamhammer group. We also had Bobby Caldwell on drums. You might recall him. He was the famous drummer with Captain Beyond. Yeah, they rocked out. And the lead singer who died, Keith Relf, who was with, of course, the Yardbirds. So right after the Yardbirds, we tried to put together a new band. And, of course, we all know they died right after that. Some good tunes on here. The one we've been playing is Buzzard. Let's take a quick listen to the only mellow song on the whole album, Silver Tightrope. I really dig that tune. It's very mellow, and normally we like to rock, but it's a nice mellow tune. And there you have it, Armageddon's debut and only album, Armageddon. And now, here's Guitar of the Week.
Hi, how you doing out there? This is Mike Garrett from ZOETROPE, and this is the guitar of the week. Shut up, Pete. 1974, Tobacco Sunburst Les Paul Standard in killer condition. Now these guitars are rare, so let's get a shot of that headstock. Oh, notice the detail. For Willie.
And from Guitar of the Week, we've got another guitar of Kevin's we want to show you real quick. I love this little decal on here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to introduce you to our co-host this week. We have Drew Christoph from the ZOETROPE band. By the way, this is the official ZOETROPE scratcher, and it belongs to who? Big Daddy?
Big Daddy.
And we all know where he likes to scratch. Okay. Hey, so Drew, how did you get this gig?
Well, I found an ad in the Entertainer that this band, ZOETROPE, needed a drummer, and I tried out. I called them up. Had to call about 50,000 times. They gave me the songs off the album that they wanted me to learn, and I had like 3 days to learn them. Mm-hmm. So then I kept persisting, and it paid off.
Cool. And what kind of sticks do you play with?
Quantum 9000s. I saw about 2 inches off the end from, and then I file them down so that way they don't slip out of my hand.
So you don't wear gloves?
No.
Okay. Now the Quantum 9000, how does that go in size? The smaller the number, the bigger the stick?
Yeah, no, I believe it's the bigger number, the smaller the stick.
Okay,
I'm
so
not sure.
what I'm getting at is the 9000, are those big clubs?
Yes.
Those are the big ones.
But they do make bigger ones.
Well, the idea here is you use a big stick so you don't have to swing so hard, right? Let the stick do the work.
Well, sort of that, and to keep my wrists.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you, who are some of your influences?
Charlie from Anthrax is a big influence. Drummer from Slayer is a good influence. And because when you're in this type of music, you have to see what your peers are and
right.
try to attempt to keep up with them.
Okay. Okay, I wanted to ask you about your hair. I mean, when I saw the professor the other day, he had the hat on. And then when I was back for the other shot and he had his hat off, it was huge. I thought you had long hair, but his is like real high, you know?
Yeah.
I noticed that you also shaved a portion of your head. Now, is this, you can't tell because your hair is nice and long, but does this help with the band, with the crossover element? You get like not only the metal, but the hardcore as well.
Well, a little bit. I wanted to be different.
Okay. One other thing I wanted to ask you was, how do you pronounce the name of the band?
ZOETROPE!
Who said that? Well, no, seriously, Drew, how do you pronounce the name of the band?
ZOETROPE! Cool. ZOETROPE.
Where did they come from? Oh, okay, how's that? How do you spell it?
ZOETROPE.
ZOETROPE, okay. And who did the logo on your drums?
My girlfriend did.
Oh, but didn't you yourself? You're a very artsy person. You draw a lot.
Yeah, I draw a lot. I'm a freelance artist, always looking for work. Right now I'm doing leather jackets.
Yeah, you did your own leather jacket, did you?
Painted that on it.
Wicked. Okay. I wanted to ask you about the last tour you guys were on.
With Suicidal?
Suicidal Tendencies. Now, they're a real skateboard kind of band. But tell us, how'd that go, and what was it like being on the road with them? Were they monsters? Or?
It was great being on the road. They treated us real well. None of them have any big ego problems or anything. Mm-hmm. We got treated real well. We didn't get shoved back into a little space like this big to play on. We had plenty of room to move. We didn't get screwed over on sound or anything.
And you guys also did a small tour in Canada, wasn't that right?
Yes.
Was that the first time that you were on the road with them?
Yes, first time on the road. And I believe it was their first tour to Canada.
Oh, okay.
And we might be going back pretty soon.
Well, we have a couple more questions I wanted to ask you. These are typical Rick Rock questions. For starters, who do you like more, the Beatles or the Stones?
I like the Stones personally.
Okay, well, it's just a question.
Sorry, Sean.
That's right, when Sean sees this, he's going to say, what? You know, okay, now here's the big one. Everybody, remember there used to be those teen magazines, Fave, Tiger Beat, and all that? Well, here at Rick Rock, we're keeping that mentality alive. We have a genuine 16 magazine, Tiger Beat, whoever the hell you follow. Genuine question. You might want to zoom in on this. And Drew?
I'm ready.
What is your favorite color?
Black. Have to be black.
Well, I can't add too much more to that, and we're going to take it away now. Why don't you all watch a song?
Recording this? Yeah. Geiger, F-sharp.
Individuals, because I want to hear.
I'll get in on it too.
I want to hear everybody's voice. Okay. Drew, how long have you been foolish enough to drive 4 days a week all the way from Indiana to Chicago to rehearse?
9-10 months.
And still running, huh?
Still running.
Already been through one cow, I hear.
Yeah, going on 2. One cow.
One cow. And Pete, I've heard that.
Indiana don't have no brains.
And Pete, the new singer for ZOETROPE, I've heard that you've actually asked Drew to teach you the fine art of cow tipping.
Yes, I have. Well, I've always had the problem of running up to the cows and they turn around and I get scared and I run away,
And Big Daddy, how long is it going to be till the next time you hit Vegas?
Hey, man, nigga, don't get my... hey, don't put me on
the
there,
next
man.
time that you hit Vegas and roll all that heavy Vegas cabbage on the Super Bowl, huh?
Hey, yo, man, homie.
And this is our very own Mike Garrett, GIT alumni.
I want to break in real quick and say that his hair looks like my friend Larry Fisher. This looks like the French beak, but that's cool.
His hair looks like Phil Lynette, too.
And I heard that when you enrolled in, I want to find out for our audience at home, how good do you really think that GIT did you? I think that when, I heard when you first went into GIT, you were half a beat off. Now you're a whole beat off.
I couldn't figure out 4.
Let's all give a big round of thank yous to our friend Rick here, who's been kind enough to...
I have never met any of you.
Hey, he beats off with us all the time.
He was kind enough to rob that last savings alone with us.
Both of them.
I'm just a beat off.
After this contributions to the fund to get Rick out of jail can be said.
Love to send them to my house.
All serious, this is the new album. Then we're gonna do the new album. I smell like shit. Alright, but besides that, keep the camera rolling, nigga. Yo, we're gonna have this new album out. And
Guilt by association.
There you go, Pete. Guilt. It's guilt.
I know these people, but I really don't.
Try to do it one time without swearing, so he could use one pass of it.
What?
One time without swearing, so he could use one pass of it.
Here we go. I.
Don't be as ignorant as
There's
Ken
no voice
Blackwell.
in the band, then we're gonna do the new album called Guilt by what?
Association.
I don't even want to know you.
Guilt by
mother-
association.
Hubbards. That's my buddy Andy Dice. You know, but we're about crime fighting.
It's all about crime fighting. We're going to leave it up to you at home to decide who's guilty for associating with who.
Right. Say no, because we do.
And take a bite out of crime.
Call McRuff. We're going to neuter that bastard. Okay, we'll wrap it with that.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You're getting us a go.
I'm not perfect. Hey, wait, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not perfect.
I am.
I'm not. These guys are.
Well, Kevin's
but I'm
perfect.
not.
Kevin, wait a minute.
Now that we got that out of the way.
Kevin is perfect. This guy, you know.
College boy.
He's a young punk.
College boy. At least I can hear when I talk.
Wonder why.
like the sound that Willie gets out of his bass. Those tones are really
Unique.
unique, annoying. Annoying? No, hey, he's a good dude. No, don't get me wrong. But we do want you folks to remember at home that this was just a rehearsal. We took 2 different sessions. First time we went up there, we did some taping, you know, and we decided that we'd go back and do a little more, you know. So we have 2 different nights to choose from, so you'll see people with different clothes on, so don't freak out.
We change frequently during practice.
During rehearsal, you know. In fact, Big Daddy wanted me to mention that he was really smelling up a storm, and if he could only get the smell on TV, he really wanted that, you know. But he'll give us a few words of wisdom.
When I'm smelling my armpits, I listen to Rich.
We also wanted to say that, you know, the people that go to concerts, you don't really realize. You just go to a concert, you expect to be entertained like a jukebox. You don't realize all the behind-the-scenes hard work that goes into a show before you, the audience, ever walks in there. Now, if you're a musician watching the show, you're saying, yeah, no problem, yeah. But needless to say, rather than roadies and techs and everybody that's making the front part of it look smooth, the band that has to do all the work. And that's what we're here to show you tonight, is their rehearsal and how they had to put in a lot of elbow grease to get where they are and so forth. You know, there's many of these rehearsals that never made it to tape, but here's at least one of them. And that's the setup.
Line of the 3rd verse, but that is the right line of the 2nd verse. The last one was good. Speed's like, man, the intensity. I want people to rage without making mistakes. We can play not making mistakes, and we're not raging. We're like cautionary precautions. We got to be able to play as hard as we possibly can and scream and yell and fart and still be able to not make mistakes.
Yeah, boy.
Fix the strap left. I don't want to see my baby coming around.
I would love to see that thing right.
Speed.
Fucking thing.
Will this whales on it when I'm playing?
Oh, I did hit it a couple times. I did this
Never
one.
mind, let's play.
I did one of those.
on the show. How you doing, Drew? We're about out of time.
Yeah, kind of hot.
Kind of hot? Yeah, you've been sitting here with your leather alls. Before we go, we have a late-breaking story. Camera one, please. A late-breaking story here in the Star. I don't know if you can zoom in on this like I'm reading it, you know? Up here on this top line. Not the Oprah shit. Wild Man Willis. There you go. Focus that a little bit. Here we go. Full story behind the moonlighting star. Wild Man Willis drives neighbors nuts. Outraged folks next door says he strolls naked in backyard and throws foul-mouthed beer parties. Yeah, that's our man Willis right there. There he is. It's actually also the same shot, isn't it? That's his.
Yes, it is.
That's his mugshot from the commercial. We'll show a picture of that. Anyways, I just had to get that in there before we gotta sign off now, and we're gonna take it back to me at the piano. But this is me and Drew signing off to co-host part of the show.
Later.
It's all the time we got left for on the show. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and checking out the Rick Rock Show. Special thanks to our guest tonight, ZOETROPE, and for Drew to come on down here and actually sit in the studio where we can actually take some pot shots at him. And for everybody tuning in, don't forget to tune in next couple of weeks. We've got John Hunter coming up and also Rare Earth. Rick Rock here for the Rick Rock Show. Hammond did it again. One more time. But you at home are having a good laugh at my expense, so we're going to take this again for the Rick Rock Show. Oh, Lord help us. We just want to do one right, just one. One more time. You know what, guys? Let's take it again. I don't want my brush in the shot. Lou Cinnamon. Oh, Jesus. How do you say this guy's name? I didn't practice ahead of time, obviously. Can you tell? Well, go ahead and just stop the tape, Ken. Steamhammer. Take it again.
For once and for all, it's pronounced ZOETROPE. ZOETROPE.
Yeah, that U is like
Wait,
fuck
try that
you.
one more time.
ZOETROPE.
We rolling, Ken?
Yeah,
Okay, just come over here. Everybody, I want to introduce you. This is Rob Schultz. This is one-man camera Schultz. This guy does all our mobiles. He didn't do this mobile because I was busy, but he's a nice guy, and you ought to watch his show. You got a show?
No, I don't have a show.
Well, he ought to get a show, but that's all right. This was Rob. Okay,